I was sitting in the office one day just planning what my next series was going to be, and suddenly a hat came whizzing around the corner, nearly landed on my desk, not quite, and then a head followed it around the door jamb, and it was Tex Morton, who I'd known for years. And he was just in town, and he found out where I was. So we sat down, and I found out that he was here to do a national tour of one-stop, whistle-stop shows with his stage act. So I said, well, why don't we do a country music series? That's where Country Touch was born. Tex went away and did his tour, and then the intervening period I plotted and planned and organised, the dancers, and looked around for a band and went to a coffee place in Newmarket to listen to a group that I knew nothing about. I hadn't heard them at all, called the Hamilton County Bluegrass Band. So I go along and have a look and a listen. And I was pretty impressed, so I had a chat to them afterwards and found out that not only were they good musicians, but they could also read music. So I put the proposition to them, how would they like to be the resident band on Country Touch? They said yes, they'd love to. So that had solved one problem. Next one was, of course, getting square dancers. But that wasn't too difficult. We managed to get a group together that were part of the Dark Capita group, dance studio. And they organised that. And then we started planning music. And then that's when I had to then try and catch up with where Tex was and keep in contact with him and get music material off him, and so that I could put them into show sequences. Once we had that all done, it was just a matter of waiting for Tex to come back and going into the studio where we would rehearse and record. On Saturday, one program, rehearse and record, second program on Sunday. And so that went on. The one that we recorded first went out that week, and the one that we recorded on the Sunday went out the following week. So we never really caught up. We did 3 series before they gave it a rest, and it became extremely popular, of course. And that was then followed by Country Road. I changed the title so that I could broaden the base a little, so that it was less country, a bit more crossover, a little bit of folk, more folk. So that meant that I could have different guest stars. That worked out quite well too. And then management decided in their wisdom that they would take the program to Christchurch. And by then I was executive producer, Light Entertainment. So I was sort of riding herd over it whilst it was done by another director and another producer out of Christchurch Studios. And it stayed there until it was finally taken off air.